Hi, my name is Nancy Salguero McKay, and thank you. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. Second chances, second opportunities, what is that? That's a question I started to ask myself, and the more I was asking that question, the more I realized that I got a few experiences that lets me be extremely thankful for that second opportunity, that second chance. One of them is my second and only opportunity to become a mother. Hey, I got my daughter. Her name is Sophia, and she's 13 years old. So I'm beyond grateful for that opportunity. The other one is me being able to come to this country. I'm from Mexico City, and be able to have a healthy life. Because of that, I'm here with you and I'm healthy. Yay! But one that happened, a constant thing in my whole life, is when I was born. I was born premature at 7 months, and I was born 80% deaf. I use hearing aids right now. These two little things that you see, they are my second chances. They are my second chances to hear, to talk, to interact, and to embrace life in a way that I would not be able to do without that. When I was born, my parents realized that I was deaf, but because being in Mexico, the system in there is completely different and really tricky in different areas. I was not able to get my first hearing aid until I was 8 years old. So for the first 8 years of my life, I was without that. One great thing to happen with that is that my parents never let me put a label on me being disabled. They never let me to let disability be an excuse or reason for me not to do the best I can. I got that support from them. I would not be here because of them. I don't know how to describe how I feel. Grateful, thankful. Number one, because I'm hearing now. Number two, because of the parents that I have. But during that transition on having my first hearing aid, just the idea of how can I communicate with people, how can I interact, how can I even be social. And one of the issues that I'd faced was that I did not have friends, really. I mean, yes, people care for me, but kids are kids. They don't really get, when you're not responding back, they don't really get that. Like, they had to repeat multiple things for me to be able to understand what they're saying, or they have to speak to me like on my face so I can read the lips. Not everyone knows sign language, so even if I know that, nobody can communicate with me in that way. So that was kind of crazy. But then I got my first hearing aid when I was 8, and that was an experience that is so hard to describe. It's like when you're under the water. You're just under the water and you plug in something, you barely hear anything. But then you go up and then you go, these sounds that come to you. Some of them are wonderful. Some of them were really scary. The very first scary sound that I got was the water. I was at the doctor's office on that time testing my hearing aid, and I went to the restroom. I washed my hands, and the moment I opened this to get the water, I realized the water was making sounds. So like, I didn't know that was the water. I was hearing things and I didn't know where the sound was coming from. So it took me to just looking around. But as I'm moving my hands, I'm like, okay, the hands. I'm starting to associate the hands and the water and the splashing. That's what's making sound, and I got scared. The second part that I got scared was with a fly. A fly, the buzzing of the fly. I didn't know what that was, and I thought I was getting crazy. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And I look around, and I was not able to see what was reason but I was hearing that until later. Like, oh yeah, the fly makes sounds, the car makes sounds, the wind, if it's really loud, you can hear it. And I realized that as beautiful sounds that you can find, there's also a lot of scary sounds that if you don't really know what the source is, can really freak you out. Then my second hearing aid happened when I was 18. So for the first time, and I was already here in the United States, so for the first time in my life, I was able to hear almost normal. Even up to today, I'm not 100% there. I'm really close, but not there. But I'm able to, because of that, I'm able to speak a little better. You hear an accent, and trust me, that accent is in both ways, Spanish and English. There's a lot of words that I don't like to say. I'm trying to avoid those. The I got the good things and I got the bad things about hearing. But if I want to hear, I have them on. If I don't want to hear a sound, let's just say a train is really loud or it's a lot of noise in the street, I can just turn them off and have that blissfulness of not hearing anything. The second chance for me is the ability to talk to you, to talk to everyone, to interact, and to be grateful at the planet and life that is around us. Thank you. Hola, déjame te introduzco a este proyecto que se llama Seven Stories o 7 historias. Es una vez al mes, una noche, 7 personas. Cada persona tiene 7 minutos en compartir su propia historia y todos con un solo tema en común. Esta es una invitación para todos. Ojalá tú, ya sea que participes, que compartes tus historias, eres extremadamente bienvenido. También lo puedes compartir en español. Estamos empezando ese proyecto, espero te guste y nos sigas. Gracias.